Good morning, Ed. You want to go outside, baby? Come here, baby. Oh, good boy. It's funny that he makes the loud grumbly noise, but he sticks his head down into the halter because he wants to go. He just wants to, act like he doesn't want to go. Hey, boo-boo. So these guys were not outside yesterday because it rained. And the only weather that a camel isn't good with is rain. They have big flat feet, and they are like ducks on ice skates. Boo Boo's coming too. These guys are utterly codependent. They won't walk one without the other. And so Ed is saying, well, wait, is Boo Boo coming? Hey, come here, Boo Boo. Come here, baby. Come on. Let's go, baby. It's not raining. Come on. No, we're not going to Boo Boo's stall. Come on, Boo Boo. Watch your step. There's mud. Come on, Boo Boo. What do you think Marty's doing this morning? Let's go find out. And we got to go look for eggs. We got to go see if there's emu eggs. You want to go with me? Huh? Come on, Boo Boo. Watch your step, boys. It's muddy. Come on, Boo Boo. Good babies. Good babies. We're going to go look for emu eggs. So there was this black bucket laying in the corner over here, and the emu laid an egg next to that like 3 times. Now I guess somebody was picking up the field to move the bucket. I don't know why the bucket made a secure place for an emu to lay an egg, but whatever. No one has ever accused an emu of being a genius. They're pretty much profoundly stupid. And they like to lay them over here sometimes in this pile of stuff, which is why the pile is still here. And the emus sometimes chase me while I look for emu eggs. Hey, Marty, how you doing, buddy? Oh, I don't have a carrot with me, dude. The emus sometimes chase me while I look for the eggs. And if they do, a boo is going to come and run the emus off. I imagine a lot of people are excited about the fall weather coming. I do not share their enthusiasm. I like it hot. My favorite place is Hawaii. Just too expensive to live there. I honestly considered moving there at one point, but I just couldn't figure out how my kids would ever support themselves on the economy of Hawaii. But I used to go there every year, and we would go first to Oahu because Dive Oahu, wonderful organization, at least they were 10 years ago, had a 5-day dive package. You could go as often as the boat went for one price. You could dive on the YO, and you could dive on the airplane wings, and there were some tiger sharks that hung out by the airplane wings. And the only thing you really had to pay extra for on the 5-day dive package was nitrox and DPVs. So that was a lot of fun. Then we would go over to the Big Island, and it's funny, I used to say when I was a kid this stupid little thing for no apparent reason, that when I was grown I was going to live on the flat rolling mountainous countryside near the city on the beach, where it's never too hot and never too cold and never rains because the ground is watered with a mist. And much to my surprise, the place actually exists. It's called North Kohala Ranch on the Big Island of Hawaii. And it's shaped, you know, like this. And you buy your lot according to what you want your daytime high to be. It's pretty amazing. So if you want your daytime high to be like 85 in the summer, 80 in the winter, you buy the first 1,000 feet of elevation. And for every 1,000 feet that you go up, you lose 5 degrees on the daytime high. And that ranch has, I think, 5,000 feet of elevation change. So, you know, every 1,000 feet is 5 degrees. So you can pick your lot by what you want your daytime high to be. Pretty amazing. And so anyway, that whole ranch is watered by a gravity-fed sprinkler system that they have huge catchment systems up on the top of Mauna Kea. And, or no, Mauna Loa, I guess, is where their catchment tanks are. And the whole thing is gravity fed by sprinkler system, so it's lush and green, but it's on the desert side of the island, so it's never ever rained on that ranch. It's like the perfect place to live if it wasn't so doggone expensive. And then we would go over to Kauai, the Garden Isle, which is where we spent most of the time that we ever spent in Hawaii. And my favorite things about Kauai, we would go up to Bali High Villas, which is a Wyndham place. And Greg Winston, my good friend Greg Winston, I'll have to figure out how to tag him in one of these one day. He runs a dive company up there and he has a board shop. And he's a great guy. If you're going diving in Hawaii, look for Greg Winston. I think his company's called Malama Kekai or something like that. But awesome diver. Hey, Boo Boo. What you doing, baby? Oh, he's a good boy. He's a good boy. No eggs today, Boo Boo. No emus chasing. No job for you. You need a scratch? Oh, good boy. You need some scratches. You need some loving. Oh, now Ed's jealous. Ed's gonna be jealous. But he's gonna act like he's not. He's gonna stand 10 feet away. Think we should give Ed some lovins? Let's see. Hey, Ed. You need a scratch too, buddy? Oh, come here. Oh, come here. People think that's your angry noise. I don't think you're angry right now, are you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes, sir. Oh, what a good baby you are. Oh boy. So yeah, we would go over to Kauai for the rest of the time. My kids love to go down to Honolulu because in Honolulu it's like the most amazing place to learn to surf, because it's like, you know, that ocean comes in this direction, so it stacks up in the back, and it's like 3 to 5 feet all the time where it stacks up in the back, and it's 1 to 3 feet on both sides like all of the time. And I'm not a surfer, but a good buddy of mine that was my 5-year-old's Sunday school teacher, had been a surfer for all his life, so I sent him to Kauai one year, and he said he surfed more tubes in one day in Kauai than he had in his entire life as a surfer, and he was not a young man. But love Hawaii. Great place. Well, guys, I got to go do some other stuff. Farm work never ends. But talk to you for a minute there while I look for eggs. Maybe that'll be a daily thing. Who knows? The reason we have 2 llamas and 1 alpaca is so that people can easily see the difference between llamas and an alpaca. If you saw a llama one day and an alpaca another day, you might not necessarily recognize the difference between the two. But when you see them right next to each other, you can very plainly see that llamas have these great big ears, alpacas have little ears. Llamas are kind of flat on top of the head. Alpacas, well, his hair's all laying down right now, but they get the big fluffy thing on top of their head. And a llama is a whole lot bigger than an alpaca is, but they are all members of the camelid family. So the living members of the camelid family are camels, llamas, alpacas, vicunas, in that order of size. So we have camels, llamas, and one alpaca here. We don't have any vicunas. Those are pretty much all owned by South American governments, and they don't want to let them get out too many places. But just so people can, again, understand some of the relationships between animals and some of the differences between animals. That animals of the same kind have a lot of the same similar characteristics, and animals of different kinds don't. Still on her growing food, and she will be for about 2 years on the growing food.
How many sloths do you guys have altogether?
2 right now.
2.
So the other one we have never held. It was not an ambassador raised animal. It was just in a static display until it came to us. So the other one, even though we're right up nose to nose, face to face, shoulder to shoulder with it every single day, it has never made the move to want to be held by a person, so it never has been. It would be strictly the sloth's choice. If he wanted to climb onto one of us, we would not make him do anything he doesn't want to do.
Do you want me to get your picture together?
Yes. You handing your phone? Mine's in my butt pocket. Thank you.
And I'll try to swing towards kind of where he is to get the light. Awesome. Oh, there you go. Got a good laugh.
I said I wanted that lead.
I think we got a couple. There you go. We'll get some more here in a little bit.
Now, before you hold her, you're going to want to take the hoop earrings out of your ears. Because just if she happened to get her claw in the one.
More, aren't you?
Yeah.
Want more? Oh my gosh, you were so soft.
You could just sit them right here if you want.
Thank you.
Yeah, they're softer than they look, aren't they?
They are. Like, I thought she was going to be a little bit rough, feeling. But she's actually really soft.
So alive in the world today, there are 2-toed sloths and 3-toed sloths. 2-toed have 2 on the front feet. 3-toed have 3 on the front feet. They all have 3 on the back. Sloths have excellent hearing, excellent smell, terrible vision. Their eyes have rod monochromacy, meaning that they have all rod cells, no cone cells. So they always see in grayscale, and their daytime vision is horrific. Their nighttime vision is poor. They are nocturnal animals in the wild, but just about every nocturnal animal we've ever had is perfectly happy to be a daytime animal when they don't have to search at night for food and be safe from predators. The exception to that would be kinkajous. I never did get a kinkajou to shift over to daytime at all. Oh, she's just looking around. Before we had this one, I never knew that sloths could be playful.
Really? Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have imagined it either. Oh my gosh.
So sloths eat a tremendous amount of food. They eat roughly 10% of their body weight every single day.
That's my twin.
And yet they go to the bathroom only once in a week or 10 days.
Really?
So
Is it because
putting that
they're
to, say what?
Is it because they're
Slow.
digestive.
They eat really poor quality food in the wild, so, pretty much all leaves, very little nutrition in leaves, but they metabolize it very thoroughly. So 10% of their body weight, putting that to human perspective, I weigh 180, so if I ate 10% of my body weight every day, that would be 18 16-ounce porterhouse steaks, or 30. I weigh 180, so if I ate 10% of my body weight every day, that would be 18 16-ounce porterhouse steaks, or 30 or 40 hamburgers, depending who fixed them, or 5 or 6 large pizzas, and still only going to the bathroom once in 7 to 10 days. So suppose I was the 10 days and I ate 10% of my body weight every day. That would mean I'd eaten 100% of my body weight since my last trip to the bathroom. What they do in fact eliminate is about 30% of their body weight when they go, and they metabolize the rest of it. They go poop and pee at the same time. They come down the same tree, same side of the tree every single time, and go to the bathroom on the same pile that they always go on. And the reason for that is sloths need moths and moths need sloths. And when the sloth comes down the tree, the moths lay their eggs in the sloth's waste pile, and it's kind of row your boat. The next time that he comes down, those moths are now, the eggs are now larvae. The next time the larvae are now new moths. And so the life cycle perpetuates. In captivity, they don't have moths on them. In captivity, the purpose of the moths, as far as the sloth is concerned, is that the sloth has to have bacteria in his gut to digest his food, and the moths are where that bacteria comes from. In captivity, we don't ever let them get cold, so their bacteria colony never dies out and doesn't need replenished.
Oh, awesome.
And we are similar, not to the extent, but we have a similarity that we do have helpful gut bacteria. And the only time we really have to address our gut bacteria is if we've had a long course of antibiotics that kills all your gut bacteria. But of course for us, we eat, a good bit of yogurt or some live cultured probiotics from GNC. But the sloth doesn't have GNC in the rainforest, neither has he any way to pay for it. So the moths are how he gets his bacteria. And the benefit to the moths, of course, is that the sloth is the living environment of the moths. They'll live their whole life on the sloth.
Take my arm. It's mouth.
I finally got a good picture of her being really full.
Yeah, and wide.
Yeah.
What are you doing? That's my hand.
Yeah, don't let her nibble on you. She's like
She
a
ain't.
puppy.
She just hold my hand.
Yeah.
What is that?
So at the end of a bathroom cycle, she looks all pear-shaped like a little fat Buddha.
Really?
Right after she goes to the bathroom, she'll be cylinder-shaped. She'll look like the two of you, just thin.
Wow.
And then at the end, she'll look more like me.
Oh my gosh.
So, the amount of food, we talked about how much goes in, talking about how much goes out. If they drop 1/3 of their body weight, human perspective, I'm 180. That would mean me dropping off 60 pounds when I went to the bathroom. So that would be like a bag of dog food in a 5-gallon bucket, right?
Oh my gosh.
Crazy a lot. And we actually did very carefully weigh this sloth every day for 10 days the last time around. And at the end, she weighed 8.4. She went to the bathroom and then she weighed 6.3. Wow. So she dropped 2.1 pounds, which happens to be exactly 1/3 of 6.3.
Wow.
So that baby sloth right there dropped 1/3 when she went to the bathroom.
That's a lot of poopy.
Yeah, and a lot of pee.
Poopy.
Yeah.
Like BB doesn't even poop that much in her stall. Like I just,
Oh no, not. What is BB? Horse?
She's a horse.
Yeah, so a horse, 10% of a horse's body weight would be 300-400 pounds.
Gosh.
Horse?
She's a horse.
Yeah, so a horse, 10% of a horse's body weight would be 300-400 pounds.
Gosh. Hi. Oh my gosh, she's so precious. Hello.
Yeah, we get a lot of haters on social media. They're like,
sad.
oh, it's so stressed. Oh, it's so terrible. They're making it do things. You see how
No, she's
stressed she
doing
is.
everything she wants to do.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
You are precious. Oh my goodness, such a little pussy.
So where y'all from?
Seymour, Tennessee.
Where's
About
that?
a 2-hour drive to here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought the tickets yesterday. She's actually out of school today, so we made the drive.
Great.
That's up near Nashville? Is that?
It's actually closer to Knoxville.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So not close at all.
No, not at all.
Well, by the standards of what's been coming recently, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So not close at all.
No, not at all.
Well, by the standards of what's been coming recently, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So not close at all.
No, not at all.
Well, by the standards of what's been coming recently, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So not close at all.
No, not at all.
Well, by the standards of what's been coming recently, it's pretty close.
Yeah.
You You don't want to hold her?
Well, I do, but like.
We'll transfer her over in a minute. We only transfer her one time. That's the only thing that's
Okay, well,
even
sorry.
potentially stressful to
They
her.
transferred her on here
Hello?
so you can have her. Take another picture.
Okay, come in, stay left where the pond splits the driveway, turn right on the gravel drive, and we'll meet you at the red barn with the white roof at 3 o'clock.
They don't stink either.
Mm-mm. A lot of people keep asking that. They're like, how's their fur? Where are the bugs? Do they have some weird disease? And we're like, no.
I know. No, she smells so good.
Wild sloths are very, very different than captive sloths.
Oh,
Some other people have some pretty dumb comments about she belongs in the forest. Well, ancestrally, yes. I mean, that's where they come from. Dogs came from the wild too, a long time ago. For me, my mother grew up with an outhouse and no indoor electric and no heat and AC. So ancestrally, that would be my background, but I really like a refrigerator and central air and a bathroom in the house. And I don't intend to go back.
No, that makes
And
sense.
I think that if you could ask, Zoe, would you rather live where you're loved and taken care of every day, or would you rather live in a rainforest where you're in fear for your life every day of your life until eventually a predator eats you? I bet she'd choose us.
Well, every
But
animal.
we are absolutely, pro wild sloths. We actually do hope to drive people's behavior by, experiencing sloths and knowing that there's wild animals out there. And maybe if we all waste a little less and,
Well, and it's also the simple fact that, until you in an encounter, like just even a human being, you don't have sympathy until you actually know.
Yep.
Hey,
When you've met it, you've seen it, interacted. Why do you keep taking my words?
And there's no way people could see all these animals
No,
unless
I'm
they
in
had
the
like
sloth.
a private jet going to Costa Rica, Australia, like the
Yes,
desert.
there's
It's
no
like,
way.
what?
Like, oh, don't do that.
I haven't,
She's got
nobody's
double
told me
grip
they have
on me.
kangaroos.
Hi. Hi.
I'm in the cuddle cabin. I haven't,
She's got
nobody's
double
told me
grip
they have
on me.
kangaroos.
Hi. Hi.
I'm in the cuddle cabin. I haven't,
She's got
nobody's
double
told me
grip
they have
on me.
kangaroos.
Hi. Hi.
I'm in the cuddle cabin.
You need a
Hello?
Oh, and she,
Are
like,
you-
she has a
which
lot of
event are
strength
you
in
here
her
for?
arms.
Oh yeah.
Just how old is she now?
So she'll be a
Okay.
year in the middle of December.
All right,
She's
stay left where the
strong.
pond splits
yeah.
the driveway. Turn
Like, I
right
didn't
on the
imagine.
gravel.
How old is she now?
So she'll be a
Okay.
year in the middle of December.
All right,
She's
stay left where the pond
strong.
splits the driveway. Turn
Like, I
right
didn't
on the gravel
imagine,
drive,
like, her
and we
being
will see
really
you at
that
the red
strong.
barn.
Year in the middle of December.
All right, stay left where the pond splits
yeah.
the driveway. Turn
Like, I
right
didn't
on the gravel
imagine,
drive,
like, her
and we
being
will
really
see you
that
at the red
strong.
barn with the white
Wait till
roof
you
at
feel her
3
like grab a
o'clock.
hold of you and stuff. It's like
They're stronger than us, but they obviously weigh a lot less. But for
Yeah.
their size, they're way stronger than us.
Yeah, the per gram of muscle tissue, they've got us beat by a mile.
here you go.
All right, so now we transfer her on the stuffy. We say night night, and she moves over to the stuffy. Night night.
Night night.
Gotta loosen up on her leg.
Oh.
Night night, baby. Night night. Oh, it's so soft right here. You see how she hates people.
Oh yeah, she didn't want to leave.
There we go.
Hi. Oh my god.
And if you support her under her hind end, she won't hold on near as hard around your neck.
Oh.
She just doesn't like to feel like she may fall.
Oh my gosh. Hi, baby. So cute. Yeah, I can really see that cute face. Oh my gosh. She does have a little badonkadonk, don't she?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So at the start, after she's gone to the bathroom, she's very much just cylinder shaped.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how sloths are hungry when they're like looking like a little fat Buddha.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how they go from hungry to full, because she'll eat until she's full and then quit. And then next time she'll eat until she's full and then I'm like, where
Well,
does
that's
the
like
full
I've
come
offered this
from?
twice, and she's just like,
Yeah, she only eats, I only bring as many as I think she has any chance of eating. Because she doesn't eat much of the leaves. They're just her little snack.
Okay, let's make sure that's not my hair. Oh my god. And the littlest little eyes.
I love it.
She's soft, ain't she?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you look at her eyes, you know, it's light, so her eyes are just like her pupils are just like little pinpricks. So it's like she's kind of looking around like this through a straw or something.
Oh, that's a... Hi.
You are so beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Do you want to hand me her camera and I'll get a picture again? The lighting is like awesome right there.
And there's her new Facebook profile picture right there.
Yes.
Or Instagram or whatever it is the kids use these days. I don't even know.
Zoe. Zoe. It's good, but her head's kind of turned to the
Why don't
side.
you get one just with her in case she wants it for a
Yes.
profile or something.
There we go.
She turned it.
There you go.
So
That's,
stinking
that's a
cute.
good one.
If you say to her, zo, 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 she'll put her nose right to your nose.
Zo, 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 zo.
And zo, 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 zo.
Zo, 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 zo.
Maybe not. Huh?
She looks like she just went to sleep.
I was gonna say her eyes just go. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So you would have been a perfect big sister.
What are the young people using now? Facebook, Twitter, X,
I just have
Instagram,
Pinterest, that's it.
Pinterest.
She don't have social media.
That's the other one I just
Good
turned
on
off. Or turned on.
Oh yeah.
She'll be 15 in January, and then we'll talk about it.
I guess it's different these days. I mean, I'm older. My kids all got cell phones when they got cars.
Well, that was the plan.
I didn't get a cell phone until I was.
I was in college.
I had 10 employees that I was paying for their cell phones before I ever had one myself. I'm like, why would I want a leash?
I was in college before I got, and it was the Nokias that had the
Yeah.
snake game and everything on it.
Yeah,
And they would last forever.
Yes.
I didn't want a cell phone. When I got one, I had a StarTAC flip phone that had 10 minutes a month, and I didn't use them. It was just in case my wife went into labor. Because our fifth was born in 15 minutes, and I thought I will miss numbers. Sorry, our fourth was born in 15 minutes, and when it's time for number 5, I'm like, I will miss it entirely if I don't have a cell phone.
Oh, goodness. Okay, there you go. I'm going to take one from this direction. Oh, she's asleep. She is so cute. I know. She got her snacks and now she's going to sleep.
She's just
How do
like
they
me.
normally sleep?
She has a hammock in her thing. That's another thing I get a lot of hate on. Oh, she's in a cage. Oh, she's a baby, yeah.
Look at
And
her
when
kids
people
and
are a
babies.
baby, we put them in a crib.
Scouts are doing. I mean, even just the educational part, that's pretty awesome.
Well, we do tremendously many field trips out here. And this is not a rich area of the country. And so an awful lot of kids would not see things like camels and zebras and donkeys and horses. And
I know if you guys went so far away, I'd bring my residents. I run an assisted living facility.
we have an assisted living group that comes here.
Really?
Yeah, we just built this pavilion out here
Mhm.
specifically so that they could drop the ramp onto the concrete and roll wheelchairs
Oh, wow.
underneath the pavilion there, and we just take out the middle row of tables and bring the animals to them.
That would be
So
awesome.
they don't have to walk around on the farm tour. We can bring the farm tour to them.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if they could handle the 2-hour drive.
Maybe not.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's like completely comfortable. It's just like a baby, just like you when you slept when you were little. You just flop everything down.
It's like that milk junk pose, you know, when the babies
Yes.
eat too much and they're like all splayed backwards.
I love it.
Yeah, you see how stressed she is, right?
Yeah, she is.
We get the haters
stressed.
with, oh, it stresses them to be touched. Yeah, obviously.
Really?
You're an expert.
She's enjoying it, it seems to be.
I like her little hoops.
I know, right? She just holds right on. She's strong, though. You wouldn't think of it, but it's strong, ain't it?
That's the first time I've seen her fall asleep like that, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, usually she has her nose like buried
Yeah.
into your shoulder when she goes to sleep.
I think she's liking the light,
Yeah.
like how it
think
feels
so.
on her.
That is too cute. Oh my goodness. Do they darken when they get older?
They lighten when they get older. Although breeder that I know, and
Do they darken when they get older?
they lighten when they get older. Although breeder that I know in Michigan has one that he says is like ebony, and she's 30. I don't remember. Michigan has one that he says is like ebony, and she's 30. I don't remember if he said 35 or 36 years old. And the breeder in Miami has one that he says is still chocolate brown, and it's 35.
Wow. Right, look at me. That's like the perfect picture. Both of you are looking at me.
Of course, in the wild, they don't live nearly that long because they are prey animals, not predator animals.
Yeah.
But in captivity, no one can tell you how long it's possible for one to live because no one has ever observed one from birth to death of old age. But they could tell you that there's one in Germany that's been captive for 51 years and doesn't show any signs of old age yet.
Really?
That's crazy.
But sloths normally lose their life when they come down the tree to go to the bathroom, because when they're at the top of the tree, they're safe from everything except eagles, because they're really light and they can go much, much further out the branch than a predator large enough to threaten their life can go.
Mm-hmm.
But when they come down the tree to go to the bathroom and they get their hind end all the way to the ground when they go, if you scroll back a couple days on Facebook, you'll see what it looks like when a sloth goes to the bathroom. He happened to posted a video of
Okay, I'll have to check
potty
that out.
dance.
Just 'cause
He's doing the
But,
potty dance. It's awesome.
Yeah. But when they come all the way down the tree and get to the ground, they're they're not fast animals, and the predators are ready for them.
Oh, I felt her ear.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know sloths have ears.
Look at this little ear.
Proportional to its head, its ears as big as ours.
Gosh, it's so... Sorry.
It's so little.
Oh my goodness.
She's sleepy.
See, this the baby.
So my wife Donna does the business. I do the
Do not,
people and
okay, you didn't
animals.
like that. I won't do that again.
And the downside to being Donna, she's chained to the computer and the phone all day, every day. The upside is she usually has a sloth hanging around her neck while she does it.
See, I can handle that. Oh my goodness.
So if you just saw a TikTok about a sloth, you may not know what we primarily are here as a lodging place.
Mm-hmm. So
we have covered wagons that you can stay in that are 4-season, fully heated and cooled, king-size bed, set of bunks in each one.
I said we're going to come back and stay.
And then the camel condos, if you're coming with a larger group, that has 3 king suites, 2 bunk rooms with secret hidden entrances, and windows in the floors that look down to the camels and kangaroos underneath of you. And the adult sloth's room comes up inside of the camel condo. So you have a sloth for a roommate.
Oh no. That is awesome.
It's pretty cool.
That is awesome.
You see?
Look at her little organs are made.
Sloths, armadillos, and giant anteaters are in the family of
Zathorin.
Zathorin. And the only similarity I see in them is the hooks,
Mm.
their front paws.
What's the average of their nail length?
You have to groom their nails if they don't have bark on the trees. If they have bark on the trees, their nails wear down on the bark. And so obviously we keep bark on the trees in their enclosure, but this one doesn't grab onto the trees all that hard yet, so we do file her nails a little bit. But you can't go cutting their nails because the last bone of their finger is inside of their nail.
Oh,
So you're just shaping them so they're not sharp.
gotcha. Oh. Hi, sugar.
They're so cute.
You did say that. She's going back to sleep. Close those eyes. Oh my goodness. Take it home.
Maybe it'll be the next viral one.
Oh.
We'll see.
We need some more tears. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll tell you what, kick me in the shin. Okay. Oh my gosh.
I think some people see our videos and think that we have just posted the greatest hits of. This is what she always is.
Well, it's when you do with the animals that you're not normally able to see and stuff like that. Because even I do TikTok with my horses and everything else, and a couple years ago become a creator, which I don't do nothing.
Wait your mommy.
But it's amazing just to watch their personalities and stuff.
What kind of horses?
We've got right now only quarter horses.
Yeah. I like quarter horses. My favorite horse here is my quarter horse Trip.
Well, mine was an Alpalooza. I had to put him down. He was 34 years old.
Yeah.
So he was pretty old.
Thing I like about my quarter horse is if I ride him, it's full on rodeo off to the races. You know,
That's what
he
we
can
are.
full gallop, dead left, dead right, 90 degrees, hang on tight.
Yeah.
And if I put a 3-year-old on him, blindfolded, that's never seen a horse before, he'll just ope the ope along.
See, that's
So,
how Sonny
He's
was.
the perfect horse.
Sonny was that way. It didn't matter the age. I could put him on there. Like, he would follow me around like a dog. Like, we played a game, actually, where it was like I would run, stop, turn each way, and he'd be, like, right there behind me. Like, he was the best horse ever. It was the first horse she ever rode and competed with. And he just was, he loved the kids. He loved the kids.
It was my baby.
He was actually rescued. He was about starved to death when I got him. Everybody
My
told me-
horse that I ride when I'm guiding the tours is Harley, and she was bought at a meat auction, and when she came here, she was the most emaciated horse I've ever seen in my life. My wife has a picture of a horse in Jamaica that she refused to get on for the beach ride because the horse looked like it could drop dead any second. But in the States, it's the most emaciated horse I've ever seen. And when she came here, man, she was wild. But she's my lead horse now. Because, there's a guy who lives just into North Carolina who buys horses at the meat auctions. And he asks you to pay him what they'll eventually be worth just to keep him going. Because a lot of them, don't ever work out. So, yeah, I think he probably bought that horse for $600, and I think I gave him $3,500 the next day.
Wow.
And probably took her a solid year to be worth the $600.
That's-
But it's part of a
That's
love
how-
of animals,
It
right?
is.
I'm not going to go rescuing a bunch of horses. You got to support somebody else who will.
It's a lot. It is honestly a lot taking on that. Because with him, when I got him, was close to Christmas, and 3 times a day I was going to feed him. I mean, the amount of money I spent on supplements, feed, everything, starting out, it took me, because he was probably about more than 600 pounds underweight. And like
600 underweight. What kind of horse is he?
Alpalooza.
Oh, how tall?
He was only 14.5 hands high. He was really, really bad. His teeth were bad, everything, but
My only one up there that still makes it look like I don't know how to take care of a horse is a rescue pony who just can't get weight on her. I've got more money in vet bills than that. Useless pony than you could possibly imagine.
she got something.
But, well, every time I get her up heavy enough, she colics and loses 75 pounds, and we're back to zero again. And, but she's happy. She enjoys her life, and she just walks around the field, so it's all good. Well, guys, I got my next event starting right now.
Okay.
So I hope that you have enjoyed your
We have,
baby
thank you.
sloth snuggles. Thanks for coming out today. And come back and check us out first day sometime. We got a bunch of other stuff here to do too. Hey guys, I want to show you a couple things about some lizards and the way they shed today. So this one is Tootsie. This is a bearded dragon. And you can see that her normal color is this orange color. And she has just started to shed her skin off. And you can see that as it sheds, she's a very much lighter color. Underneath, this orangish skin, this orangish layer of skin peels off. And then underneath, she's basically white. And then she's going to turn back to her natural color over time. Conversely, here is Willie, our iguana. And Willie is also shedding right now. As you can see, he's losing just big old hunks at a time. And his comes off basically clear. So while he's shedding, this clear skin that's coming off of him makes him be very dull colored all over his body. But you can see that on this flap here, he's already started to shed, and underneath his skin is the brighter coppery color. So like if you look at his arm right here, you can see right here, it has already shed, right here, it hasn't shed yet. And as he sheds, he gets his brighter color back. So that's just a little bit about lizards and the way that they shed. So I'll try to remember to post another video here in, I don't know, maybe several days after these two have finished shedding, and you can see the way that they turn out. And then they'll turn back to the colors. This one will turn back the color that she is right now. This guy will turn a whole lot brighter color than he currently is. Talk to you guys later.
Not something you get to see every day. Is babies
You mean
over.
everyone else doesn't have sloths pee over their kitchen chairs?
No, that's special just for you,
Okay,
John.
so John, if you wanna, I'm gonna put her down inside here,
Yeah?
and she's gonna wanna be clinging onto me.
Uh-huh.
And if you wanna,
Oh, so I get the glory of the back end.
if
See
you
the
wanna-
way it works? That's...
Okay, so. Oh, okay, there you go, girl.
Oh, see, she wants me. She wants you to hose her hiney.
I know.
Oh, I gotta think that feels pretty good, to be honest with you.
I know. All right, go ahead and get some soap on her. Hi, baby girl. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hi. What are you doing? Hello. Come here. Come here. Hello. Hi. Hey. Oh, you're giving me kisses? Huh? You're giving me kisses? Hi there. Hello. She doesn't usually do that.
No.
Gorgeous lizards. Now, like all reptiles, he has a tongue and he's got a nostril, and that's what he uses to sense around most of his environment. But if you look in the middle of his head right here, around here where his brain is, he's got what's called a Jacobson's organ. And so what he does is he flicks his tongue out when he's processing his environment, and he picks up all the chemical information of what's around him, and then that goes into the Jacobson's organ for processing. It helps make them kind of have like a fifth sense or something like that, you know? It's like they've already got really great eyesight, they already can hear pretty well, they already got good smell and good taste, but they need more to be able to survive in the wild. So they have this really cool adaptation with the Jacobson's organ that helps them process the environment. But real big lizards, like you said, and real meaty. In Costa Rica, I think they eat these guys and call them chicken of the trees. So I would never eat one. I don't know what they taste like, but yeah, it's pretty cool to see pretty healthy, just great looking green iguanas like this. I mean, this guy is so big, just so.
See the way that his shoulders can turn like more than 180 from his hips.
completely draws up.
He can just...
You're a flexible critter.
He is.
You
He's
are.
a very flexible critter. So sloths are slow. Sloths are famously slow. But sloths are slow in ways you don't think about a sloth being slow. So sloths are slow not only in their digestion, they're slow in their metabolism, their metabolic processes. They're slow in every way that an animal can be slow. So slow in their digestion. The first studies on how slowly a sloth digests its food, they took some tiny glass beads and they put them into some sloth's food, and they just waited to see how long it took those glass beads to come out the other end. And that was between 61 and 64 days. So that was where they started out